I had to get them out. So what I do is that I try not to scare them too much. I quietly open the gates so they can find their way out, but they completely lost it and they ran into the fencing, and it was terrible. But anyway, so it was not a good end to the date. But you have to share it, but I try to keep this closed, because they are really, if a few of them get in, they can really do damage in a short while. What else did I want to show you? Yes, so I did a bit of chop and drop on some of these trees. It's a cherry, and this is a Saskartoon berry, Bærmispel. This one is, like, for its beauty, it's one of my favorites, but also for the taste of the berries. This variety is called Ballerina, as far as I remember, and I think the berries are delicious. They have like a taste of marzipan at the end when you eat them, and but we always compete with the birds for these amazing berries. I think we have maybe five, six different varieties of these, but this I think is probably my favorite. So the reason this is Elaeagnus ebingi, and I cut it back because it was too big. It's from inside the food forest, and I chopped and dropped to give these two trees some extra nitrogen. I don't think they need it. They are healthy and happy, but when we planted this area of fruit trees, I had no idea that nature made these amazing tree beings and bushes that would fix nitrogen. So we didn't add any of those in the mix when we first planted this. I have later on added a few smaller nitrogen fixers in this area, but I think it's just nice to add this, and it will decompose and release nitrogen. And apart from that, it will also shade out the grass. And I think it looks kind of nice, like a nested Saskartoon tree. So I made a couple of nests, and that's a good way to get rid of this when I cut back. And what else can I tell you? Yes, the next big task, and I must say I'm not really looking forward to it, but once I get going, I usually get into the rhythm of it. So now that everything has been cut back, I'm adding a layer of wood chips on the pathways, most of the pathways. I've got a huge pile on the other end of the garden, and this is what's left from last year, so I'm going to put that on the pathways. And then, as you can see, there's a huge pile of compost that I need to distribute primarily into the beds that are going to have all of our annuals. I have a little bit of other plans for this, and I will also add some of this to the spiral I talked about just before. It's hard work, and this compost is delicious but really heavy, and that's why I'm not really looking forward to it. But hey, as I always say, I have like, it's also really wet because we've had so much rain. It has like delicious crumb, as you can see, but it's super wet and super heavy. And so once I get going, I do at least 10 wheelbarrows a day, and in no time this disappears. So I'm not complaining, I'm just whining a little bit. That's Yes, and so this is, I mean, actually, I think I'll make a video one of these days when we are planting potatoes in this this amazing seaweed bed. So my husband and we picked up some more seaweed. I don't know, I think you should have maybe 30 centimeters on top of each potato, but it's almost too thick. So let's see how it goes. We will experiment with this different kinds of potatoes in this bed, but that's actually also ready. So things are going well, as you can probably tell. And it's so nice to be out, and it's so nice with the sun shining, and yes, all the flowers coming out. So see you later. Thanks for watching.